Welcome to today's Writer's Anointing Show. I'm Dr. Jewel D. Williams, owner of Tribe Production Publishing. Today's tip, Writers Arise. Welcome. So thank you for joining me today. And my today's tip is Writers Arise. Let me jump right in and give you my first point. And the first thing I want to tell you today and encourage you is don't be afraid. Why do I say that? Because oftentimes you think or see writing, being an author, and it can be quite overwhelming because the first thoughts that come to our minds are, do I have to be as great as you put in whoever you think is the greatest author? Do I have to be the next, Stephen King? Do I have to be, some other writer? But the truth is you want to be the best you. So don't be afraid to write. Just sit down and write. Sit down and put on paper, put to paper, or in this case, write it on your desktop or your laptop. Put down the words that you believe God has put on your heart that his people need to hear, because it's not a matter of how great you are in comparison to somebody else, but it's really about how important is your message for someone to hear. So don't be afraid. The second point is, if God gave you something to say, why aren't you saying it? And so that really goes to that first period, is you can't let fear keep you from saying and sharing what God has placed on your heart to share. Yes, he could have picked any number of people, but he chose you. So there's a reason he picked you for the job. There's a reason he picked you for the journey. So you want to make sure that you accomplish what he has called for you to accomplish. You have to do your due diligence. That means you have to write and be diligent about making sure that you put to paper and the editing and all of those steps. But the first thing you want to do is to arise. Get up out of fear and doubt and write what God has placed on your heart. My third point, which is simply, don't let fear of failure keep you from at least trying. Oftentimes we won't even start because we're sure we're going to be a failure. We're sure nobody's going to buy our book. We're sure that we won't have the money to complete what we need to do. So we're already sure of it not succeeding. So we make sure by not succeeding, by not doing it at all. So you don't let fear keep you from at least getting up and taking the first step. If God has called you to something, I just believe he'll see you through it. So it's the time for the writer in you to arise. So don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Give it a try. Do your best, and then get help where you need help. If God has given you something to say, then the question is, why aren't you saying it? And then don't let fear of failure keep you from at least trying. You and I want to make sure we at least give it the effort. So I hope these tips are helping you and encouraging you. And if you need help writing your book, not sure where to start, not even clear on how to do your outline and all of the things necessary, I would love to help you, because that's what I do. I coach authors, even those that even if you're going to use a traditional publisher, or if you want to publish it yourself, I can help you in both of those instances. So I would love to help you from the concept of your book to the completion of your project. You can go to my website, publishthevision.com. That's publishthevision.com to see my coaching offers. And until next time, what do I always say? Let's write it. God bless you.